Today I want us to create a Java program that generates log files that we can import into another program that is going to process these log files. In order to check the other program that it processes log files the way we want to, we just want to generate a lot of lines with logs. So let's just get started by looking at one log file that I want to generate. So this is a typical log file. It has a date and a time, and then it has an info, a debug warning error. Then it has a system and a subsystem. Then it has a class and then a message. So I want to generate a lot of these lines with random data, and I have created a text file here just to have an example. So we want the timestamp, the level of logging, subsystem, root, class, and message. So let's just start IntelliJ. And go for a file, new project. Next, create a project from template, and let's call it random log generator. And we will have the base package com.netport random log generator, and then finish. Okay, our class is now created. So let's just have this copied in, so for reference. This is what we want to create. So let's just start with the timestamp. Okay, so to generate timestamp, we need to have the date and time. So let's just head over to my website, netport.com, and then go to Java and print date and time. And here we have the code for it. So first we say how we want the time. So we want a date-time formatter, and it uses the pattern of what we want. So here, as an example, we have year, month, day, hour, minute, second. So let's just hit Alt-Enter here to import the class. And we generate the time with the local datetime class. So local datetime equals local datetime now. Then we can generate our time with a string. So let's create a string timestamp, and the timestamp is the DTF .format local time. Okay, let's just print everything now and see how it is. System out print timestamp, and let's run the class. So here we have the time. It looks very good, but we need the formatting. We want the same formatting as we have here. So we need the year, the dash month, dash day, hour, minute, second, and then the millisecond, comma, SSS. So let's print this one. And here we have the date format just as we want. Okay, next one is the level. And a level can be trace, debug, info, warn, error, fatal, and none. So let's create a string array of these levels. So I have on my website how to create a string array. So just a string, the array name, and new string. So let's create a string with level, and let's just paste in the different levels. So we had trace, debug, info, warn, error, fatal, and none. Now we want to pick one of them. So then we need the size of the level array. Int level array size. So let's just call this level array. So the size is level arrays dot length. Now we need to pick one random of them. So we'll go. This is index 0. This is index 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this will give the value 6. So let's pick one array between 0 and 6. And I have an article on how to do that here. So int random level array number equals new random of next int of the level array size. So now we can print it down in our print statement at the bottom. So let's just go for system out print, and first we want this separator here so that we fulfill the how the error message looks, and then we can print next one, system out print level array of random level array number. So let's try to print this. So we got date and then trace, date and debug, date and debug, date and error. So we get random now. So the next one is subsystem. And if you look at the log, how a subsystem is, so this is example feature 2 thread 1, activator 1 thread 1, Felix start level. So let's just copy this and just do the same here. Subsystem array, subsystem array size, random subsystem array number, and let's just put some things here, feature 2 thread 1, And then we can have this activator, one thread 1, Felix start level, yeah, you get the deal. We can put whatever we want here. This is not the important thing. We can have system 3 as an example. So we have something here, and let's just print it. System out print, and the separator. System out print, and now we want a system array with index random system array number. So let's print, run this now, and we got some warning, Felix array start level, fatal something, warning of system 3. So generate a lot of different subsystems now. The next one is a root, and as you can see, we just copied the same code. Root array. So let's just call it root 1, root 2, my root, and new root. And we'll get a root array size. And a random root array number. So let's have this also. Let's see here, the root. So we want to print the root array with the random root array number. And let's run it. And as you can see, we get the date, warning, Felix start level, and my root. And then root 1, so then root 2, so it's very nice. Now we need a class. So 5 class, yClass.java, new class.java, random class.java, and we want login class.java. So let's call this a class array. And then we have the random class array number. It's the class array.length. Let's just print it down here. Class array of random class array number. Let's run it. myClass.java, myClass.java, login class.java. It's supposed to be login, but login is okay. So now we just need a message. So it's the 6th thing we have to print, message. So the message array and random message number. And print it down here, just as we did previously. And let's just print some messages here. So we'll have this message. and we can have the bundle event stop message. And then the missing dependencies message. And we can have this security untils message. Okay, so let's run the program now. Yeah, and now we have everything we need. So the thing we need to do now is to put the print statement into a loop. Because we want to do the program over and over again. So what I suggest we do is just to create a method here. So let's close the main method here and create a public main public void public string generate message log generate line generate log line, and in our main we will have the I don't know why this is red. Yeah, it has to return, of course. So in our main we will call for this generate logline. So we'll have a string logline equals generate logline. And here we can go for the system out print logline. And down here we'll just create a string logline, and it should equals the contents here. So it should equals timestamp, and the logline should also have log line plus this. So this is called just to build a string. Okay, so just close everything correctly to the opposite side here. Okay, and at the bottom you want to return the logline. So this generate logline now goes in here and generates a line with this information and returns it. So here the generate logline stops. So let's just give it a comment so that we know what it does. Generates a log line of the format. Then we can have this here. So we get the arrow non-static method generate logline can be referred from a static content. So the easy fix is just to call this public static, and then we can print, and we see that we get the logline here. So we want to have a lot of loglines, so let's just generate a loop while 1 is bigger than 0. And we want to print ln because we want a line shift between each print, and then we want the system to wait for 3 seconds and print the next one. Program for stop for some seconds is thread sleep. So let's write thread sleep 500, and then alt insert here, no, alt enter I mean, and surround with try catch. Okay, and now we see we printed a lot of different log lines. So we want to save them to a text file. So instead of printing to the output here, we can instead save it to a text file, to a log file. So just head over to netboard.com and of course the Java school, which is here on the programming. And we have a method here which write to text file. Just copy it and put it at the bottom here. And go for Alt Enter here. And buffer write Alt Enter, print watch at Alt Enter. And same as the EO exception here. And let's use the method here in our main write to text file. And first we need the file path, and it should be log.txt. And then the data to write, and it's log line. Okay, let's try to print it and run it now. So as you can see, nothing is happening. But if we go to the program folder, we see that we have a file named log, and it's increasing in its size because it's writing logs here now. So now it's 8 kilobyte, 9 kilobyte, 10 kilobyte, so it's running. So here we have a very easy class to generate log files. So let's just stop the program, delete these files,